Baby, I'm close. I got a little something for you, but here's what I need you to do.
Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. I am Miss Lovely, back with another video. And if you are new to the channel, should you like the essence of today's video, I ask that you subscribe to the channel. It costs you nothing. If you want to sow a good seed on good ground, go ahead and share this video to whom you feel that would be beneficial to hear what this message is entitled today. So you guys, I have been contemplating all day, like my mind has been running rugged. My mental has been running rugged like all day. From work stuff, from home stuff, from YouTube stuff, from TikTok stuff, family stuff, just a whole bunch of stuff that just been running through my mind, y'all. And it's like, I cannot catch a break. And I'm like, Lord, what is it that you're trying to show me? What is it that what is it that I'm missing? And it's like, I can't catch a break. It feels like I can never catch a break. It's like my mental is like all these different things going on in my head. I'm trying to do this. I'm trying to do that. I'm trying to do this. I'm trying to do that. And I'm steady asking God to show me a sign. Give me a sign, Lord. What is it that I need to do? And he said, Carla, stop and focus. You're trying to do too much. I need you to stop and shift your focus on one thing. You cannot listen and hear while you're talking. Huh? What you mean? What you mean? You cannot hear what God is saying while you're talking. You cannot listen. You cannot obtain any information that's being given to you when you're steady talking, when you are allowing different forces in your head to get in your spirit, and you can't cooperate. I could not function, y'all. All day I have been toiling, okay? And I'm telling you this because this is just a quick testimony. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just here to inspire, to encourage that sometimes we have to just stop, breathe, and listen. Listen to what God is trying to tell us. And he already told me this morning what he wanted me to say today, but I was so caught up in other stuff and my mind started shifting other ways, and I wanted to talk about something else, but God was like, no. One thing I have learned about God on this journey, that he is very, very consistent with what he says that I need to be doing. Every time I say, God, I need to hear a word from you, and he wants me to say a particular word, he will tell me, and then I'll try to make it. And then here come Carla. Here come the flesh Carla trying to make this whole scenario up. Here come Carla trying to do things my way. But if I just stop and listen to what God is trying to tell me to do, then I'll understand why he's telling me to do it the way he's telling me to do it. Am I making sense? Who am I helping? Who am I encouraging? Sometimes we have to stop and realize, sometimes we have to stop and just take a moment and breathe. We're going to continue to go in these circles. We're going to continue to go in circles until we really listen to what God is really telling us to do. He has made it very clear on the instructions as to what we need to be doing. But because we trying to do things our way, we find ourselves right back in the same position again. We have got to position ourselves to listen, not here to respond, because it's a difference between listening and it's a difference between hearing. Who am I talking to? I hope this has resonated with somebody. We got to slow down and listen. So you can't listen and talk at the same time. You can't hear what God is saying at the same time. And I am a firm believer that listening and hearing is two different things. You hear to respond, but you listen to retain. So when I had to stop and listen to what God was saying to me, I understood my assignment. I understood what it was that I needed to be doing at that moment. But because I'm trying to do this and I'm trying to do that and I'm trying to do this and I'm trying to think of this to do and I got to do this and I got to do that, I had to, you know what, I was like, you know what, this is just too much. It's too much. It's too much. I was like, Lord, clear my mind. And I had to really, really go sit down on the toilet because that seemed like that's just my comfort. That's just the comfort zone. I'm being real, y'all. I'm being very transparent, y'all. I mean, sometimes God talks to you. Sometimes God talks to me in some of the very unopportune places. But when I'm sitting on the toilet, that's when God really talks to me sometimes. I had to really walk away from my desk, walk away out of my office, away from my computer, away from the TV, away from my phone. I had to go in my bathroom and sit on my toilet and ask God to give me a revelation as to what I need to do first. Because if I didn't do that, I was going to continue to go around in these same circles. So when you feel like you're so overwhelmed with your thoughts, when you feel like you're so overwhelmed with just life itself, we have to take a moment and stop and breathe and shift our focus on one thing at a time. One thing. We're only one person. We're only one human being. We're only one person, and we can only do one thing at one time. I know what they say, you're supposed to be a multitasker. Yeah, I can multitask in certain situations. But whenever there's certain things that I need to do and there's certain things I need to accomplish, I need to focus on this one thing, one step at a time, one goal at a time. When I set goals, I set big goals, I set long-term goals, I set small-term goals. You can't meet these big-term goals if you don't set no small-term goals. So I've had to learn to reprogram my mind, to stop and listen, to retain what it is I need to hear God saying. So therefore, I tackle one task. When I get that done, a small task. It don't have to be not big, a small task. Small task, check. Then I prioritize and I say, okay, Lord, after this, what else I need to do? Then I go to the next thing. Check it off my list. Then I go to the next thing. Check it off my list. And then by the time you know it, by the time I'm done, I have really already conquered all my small goals. Now I'm ready for the next thing. Who am I talking to? Put it in the comments. Let me know that I'm in the house. I know I'm in the house. Sometimes we just have to stop and shift our focus. Shift our focus. What are we focused on? Are we focused on the destination, or are we focused in falling in love with the process? Because if we don't fall in love with the process, we're going to miss it. We're going to miss it. And I don't want to miss it. I'm tired of going in circles. I'm tired of going in these same circles over and over and over again. So I already said, you know what, God, I surrender. I give it up to you, God. Whatever it is you want me to do, I need to stop, shut up, and listen. Do one thing at a time. And as I begin to do one small task and the next small task, then by the time I turn around, I've already accomplished my daily goals for the day. I've already accomplished a lot of small things equal up to the big thing, which leads up to the big thing. I hope this is helping somebody along the way. I don't know who it is, but you feel like you're going in circles. And you're going to continue to go in circles until you stop and focus. Stop all the chitter chatter around you. You got to remove yourself from certain situations, whether it be a situation with your job. If it's a person in your life that you need to get rid of, remove yourself out of that person's life. If it's anything that's causing any type of discord in your life and it's causing you to not be able to focus, shift your focus on one thing. Then you'll be able to move to the next thing. But as long as you continuously trying to do everything at one time and you got your hands in this pot and that pot and that pot and that pot, you spreading yourself thin. You spreading yourself real thin and you gonna miss it. And then here you go, you're gonna find yourself right back in the same circle again, the same cycle, doing the same thing over and over again, same thing over and over again. I'm here to tell you, I'm here to prophesy to you, honey. Once you learn to stop, shift your focus, listen to retain, and not hear to respond, things will start to look better for you. I promise you. I promise you. I promise you, things will start to look so much better. This should be sis. Y'all, I love y'all so much. I love y'all so much, and sometimes I feel like I'm talking to crickets. I know y'all missed the vlogs, but God is just leading me into a new direction. God is leading me in another direction. And it seemed like it really has taken losing my father to really understand, okay, God ain't playing around with me. He's not playing around. I know y'all missed the vlogs, and I might, I might throw a little vlog here and there, whatever, but I'm here to inspire and motivate. That's what I feel like my calling is to do, to inspire, to motivate, to help uplift other girls and other ladies and other women that look like me, think like me. God, I know God is. Sometimes I look at my YouTube analytics and I'm like, Lord, I don't know now. I don't know about this because my numbers ain't looking right. Like the subscriber count and the views on these videos ain't looking too right. Like me and God be having this conversation, like me and him be kind of tussling back and forth or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, God, I don't know now. You said this is what I'm supposed to be doing, but these numbers ain't looking right. But if I had to really be real with myself, think of it as a slingshot. When you got a slingshot and you got a rock in that slingshot, what you do? It feel like you're going backwards, right? And you got to pull that thing, and that thing got to go all the way back. It go all the way back. So it feel like you're going backwards. It feel like I'm going backwards. So when I see them numbers on my YouTube channel, I'm like, well, wait a minute, Lord. I'm only getting that amount of views, but I feel like I'm going backwards. What's going on? Why am I going backwards? Why am I not going forward? I feel like I'm going backwards. Yeah. But I know, but when God releases that rock, he's going to take off. And that's how I look at my YouTube channel. That's how I look at life. I know without a shadow of doubt that this is where I need to be. This is what I need to be doing. I know that without a shadow of doubt. So when he releases that rock in that slingshot, it's gonna feel like I'm going, and I'm in the process of feeling like I'm going backwards. It feel like you're gonna go backwards, and I don't know who I'm ministering to right now. But sometimes there are times when you feel like you're going backwards, but you got to go back. And the farther you feel like you're going back, baby, when God releases that rock, the farther you feel like you're going back. Woo! And when he releases that rock in that slingshot, you going off. You going somewhere. You're going somewhere. So look at that in life. Think about take the analysis that I've just given you as a slingshot. When life is giving you so many lemons, just remember that everything is for a reason. Everything is for a purpose. It's up to you to either listen to retain, hear, or to respond. Are you going to learn from those lessons that God has given you, are showing you? Are you going to learn from those lessons? Or are you going to keep going in circles? Because when he releases that rock and that slingshot and you feel like you're going backwards, you better be ready. You better be ready. You better have your position ready. Be in position, because when he gets ready to start blessing, when he gets ready to start throwing out blessings left and right, honey, trust and believe. It's going to happen. I know it's going to happen. I hope this message has inspired you. I hope this has touched you in some type of way. I hope this has encouraged you to keep going. Believe that God will make a way. Regardless of what your situations around you may look like, whether it's sickness, deliverance, financial, whatever the situation is, whatever adversities you're facing right now, just know that it's only temporary. But we got to shift your focus. Shift your focus. One step at a time. One step at a time. All right, you guys, I love you guys with the love of Christ. I hope this message has blessed you in some type of way. It done got dark out here. I know my husband about to call me in a few minutes asking me where I'm at, but I had to get this word out because it just dropped in my spirit so heavy. It dropped in my spirit. And when I say y'all, I've been dealing with this word all day long. Child. But anyway, y'all follow me on TikTok. I be shopping and stuff over there. Y'all follow me on TikTok, because that's where I post a lot of my lifestyle content or whatever. Y'all follow me on TikTok. I don't really post it like that on Facebook that much. I post a little bit of here and there. But anyway, y'all follow me on TikTok, because that's where you get all the thrills and feels out over there. But anyway, I love you guys. Hope you guys have enjoyed today's message. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see y'all on my next video. Bye.
Baby, I'm close. I got a little something for you, but here's what I need you to do.